Hi everyone and welcome to Club5 episode 15 of Rolling in the Isles, an FM22 British Isles Journeyman series with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So, after a couple of week break, apologies for that. I'll let you know a bit more as to why that happened as we get further into the episode. But we are back. I'm really happy to be back. And today, in our second season in the Premier League with Watford, we play Leeds United. We sit in ninth, doing really quite well. Somehow, they're sitting in second. Going to be a tricky one, this one. Let's see how we get on. So, welcome back to Rolling in the Isles. Welcome back to Watford, second season in the Premier League. But before we deal with all of that, apologies for the 2-week break. The reason for it was in the middle weekend of my 2-week break, I had a singing competition with my chorus. We went to the National Championships for barbershop singing, and we did all right, enjoyed it really well. Felt like we were slightly undermarked and didn't quite get the result we were looking for, but it was great fun nonetheless to be able to do it. Haven't been able to go there for 2 years because of the lockdowns, etc. So the first week that I was off was all intended just to rest my voice, basically, and give me the best chance of singing well for that. And it worked. I thought I did okay. And the second week, I came back on the Monday. By the Tuesday, I was exhausted, if I'm honest. By the Wednesday, had a little bit of a sickness problem. So that took me out for the next couple of days. And so it just made sense just to give myself a little bit of time over this last weekend and come back on a Monday morning fighting fit and ready to go again. So we are back. And we are back with Watford in the Premier League. Now, I haven't looked at this save for the last couple of weeks, if I'm totally honest. So this is as much for my benefit as it is for yours. So we came and showed up in the Championship. We got them promoted. We had a season in the Premier League, stayed up, which was really encouraging. Now we're 5 games into a brand new season and we're doing okay, sitting in ninth. 8 points out of 5 games so far, not too bad. We'll look at the schedule and the fixtures in a second. But if we go into our competition page, you will see that we are obviously still doing well in the Premier League. We are in the Carabao Cup still, the League Cup for England. And we got through a round of that, actually beating Arsenal on penalties, which was really fantastic. And we are yet to enter the FA Cup because we don't enter that until about January. And we're currently sitting in late September. So, yeah, ultimately, if we go into the schedule, you'll see that it's been a little bit inconsistent, but it's kind of where we are at the moment in terms of this league. So we started well with a good 1-0 win against Burnley, drew against West Brom, slightly disappointing, got through a round in the cup competition against QPR on penalties. We like those penalties so far in the Carabao Cup. Back in the league, we had a couple of tricky games. Everton, we drew 2-2 with. Arsenal, we got an absolute tonking from 4-0 in the league, but we did get our own back by beating them on penalties in the cup competition. And in between those 2 games, also got a good 1-0 win against Newcastle as well. So that's pretty cool. Today, we play Leeds. As I said in the intro, the interesting thing for us is they came up with us. And after 5 games of this particular season, I think we're doing pretty well. They're doing even better. They're sitting between the Manchester clubs, right in second position in the league after 5 matches. 4 wins and 1 loss for them. Can we dent that today? That's going to be challenging. We are at home. Hopefully there's a chance for us there. But yeah, ultimately, I think the season started pretty well. Let's see how we get on today against Leeds United. So in terms of personnel, you can see we got 1 or 2 issues. We've got a couple of suspensions to Lucelio and to Felipe George. So that's our holding midfield player and our left side winger. So those 2 are out today suspended. So we've got a couple of replacements in for them. We've also got a couple of slightly injured players. Our right-sided midfielder, Omar, is out for a little while, unfortunately. So Hulse has to play on that side today. And also Tyrick Mitchell, our left wing back, is out for today's game. Fowlon comes back in for him. The only other issue we've got is that Hulse, who comes in on that right-hand side, is a little bit under the weather in terms of his match sharpness. So, unfortunately, he'll have to play just because that's all we've got because of the injury to Omar. But he'll be all right, I hope. And if not, we'll probably have to put our right fullback in or something and play 2 right fullbacks on this right-hand side. This is still a setup this team is still getting used to a little bit. You see the familiarity isn't quite there. We changed in the summer to this asymmetric system, having tried before to play the 4-3-1-2 in the Premier League and just felt it needed a little bit more width to it. So that's what we're doing with that. And everybody's doing okay. We're obviously performing as to roughly what I was hoping we might do. And so let's see if we can continue that. So for today's game, bear with me on this one. I can't even remember half the names, if I'm honest. We go with Bursic in goal, Mendes at right back. In central defence, we have Rodrigo and Omabamadili. I might have butchered that one. We'll see. Kamara in that holding midfield role. Fowlon on the left wing back. Mosquera central midfield with Hulse on the right. Vieira in that withdrawn attacking midfield role. And Fernandez on the left with Scarlett up top. And a whole bunch of people. 9-man bench in the Premier League. All ready and raring to go if we should need them. So, after all of that, let's get into today's game and see how it goes. So even though Leeds United are doing particularly well at the moment, early season, they're, as I say, sitting in second position, they did come up with us. They are kind of supposedly on an even keel with us, roughly. So I'm hoping to do something against them today. So I've gone hands on hips, but I have said to them I want to win every match, and today is no different. So let's go and do that. And we are at home. So let's see if we can cause a bit of an upset in the early season and get a result against a team that are obviously on good form at the moment. This is the first opportunity I've had to play Football Manager in a little while properly, really. I had a couple of live streams that I did at the very end of last week just to get on and say hi to a few people there, and then do a draft competition last Friday evening. Didn't get out the groups, unfortunately, in the wasted possession draft competition, but it was a lot of fun nonetheless. If you're watching this on the Monday evening that it comes out at about 6:30 p.m. UK time, at about just before 8 p.m. UK time, I shall be going live over on Twitch at the United City FM over on Twitch channel there with another draft. But it's only the draft portion this week of the FM Super League. The following Monday is when we're going to be playing the games, again, just around 8 p.m. And normally, of course, I have my live streams on a weekday afternoon from 3 till 5 p.m. UK time, but that's just changed for this Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, as I record this, we'll be back to normal with the live stream. So it's a little bit of a random schedule just at the moment for the next few days with a couple of draft opportunities, but nonetheless, it will be a lot of fun, and I hope you can come and join us over there if you're able to. That would be fantastic. Over here, we're going to be back to schedule from today. We've got Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We do Rolling in the Isles. Tuesday and Thursday, we do Conquer the Curse at Benfica and see how those two series pan out as we go along. Just at the moment in this match, nearly half an hour on the clock. Not a lot of highlights, not a lot of chances on the highlights. A little bit of good play here. And eventually we intercept the ball and counter-attack really quickly. Scarlett through on goal and puts the ball in the back of the net. Really nice counter-attacking opportunity. For a minute or two, Leeds United were building up a very good chance for themselves. But we do intercept the ball very well. And it's Deli. I can't remember how to say his name. Anyway, he intercepts really well, heads it on, and the good ball through to Scarlett, who very calmly puts it underneath the goalkeeper for a 1-0 lead. Can we hold on to that until half-time? You can see, top left-hand corner of the screen at the moment, the chances created are not particularly many, are there really? 3 each isn't fantastic at this stage in a game. It's a very tight affair, but we do hold the advantage just at the moment. And we build up again, and we take our time, which is good. This is some part of the play that we've got. Lots of movement of the ball, trying to open up spaces. And I think he might have been offside there, but Scarlett puts the ball back in the back of the net again after a very patient, very good build-up. We'll see, just as this highlight goes through, watch Scarlett and the run that he makes. Does he get there before the ball gets delivered? And, oh, no, I don't think he does, actually. My mistake. I think he was on the side when the ball was delivered in from Fowlon on the left-hand side there. And he was 2-0 up just before half-time. This is the kind of performance I was looking for against a Leeds United side that have started very well this season, but in theory, should be roughly on par with us because of the development the two teams have had over the last couple of seasons. So we can go outstretched arms. You've done brilliantly. Keep going. We're going to go into the second half and just demand more from them just to keep them focused and moving forward. It'll upset them for a minute or two just in terms of how we get going in the second half, but hopefully it will just instill a little bit of focus in the play. We've got a couple of issues. We've got a couple of very, very jaded players already, unfortunately. We might have to make a couple of changes, but this is really weird. In looking down at the bottom of the screen here with all the different players that we've got and their fitness levels and being concerned by them, I look up and realise it's because the second half has flown by in the space of a minute or so in terms of real life time-wise. We're at 70 minutes already. Half the half has gone, and that's why our players are so tired. And again, hardly any highlights at all. 6 shots at goal for each club, but 5 on target for us and none on target for them is why we're in the lead currently. But now we do have to make a couple of changes just to keep it fresh and make sure that we're protecting some of our players. Now, foul on the left-hand side. Mitchell is out of action today, so he's going to have to play through his yellow card and a little bit of conditioning issue. So he's having a reasonable game, though, so we'll leave him to that one. In terms of what we can do, I think we're going to change the other fullback. Mendes can come out and we'll put Ramsey in instead. Excuse me. We've got a very, very poorly performing Hulse on the right-hand side. But again, his direct replacement isn't really available to us. So I'm going to leave him just to see out the game because we are actually winning as well, which is fine. Vieira having another slightly underperforming time, though. So we will take him out. Malesio comes in for him in that attacking midfield role. And then maybe, just maybe, it might be worth us protecting Scarlett. Scarlett is a really, really key player for us. Has done very, very well for us so far this season. But we do need to protect him just a little bit and keep him healthy for other games. So Arkine comes in to finish off the game. Arkine, if you remember, good young talent coming through the squad. So we need to get him some more game time as well. There's going to be some slightly dead on their feet players by the end of this game, seemingly. But if we can see it out and keep a clean sheet, then I will be very, very happy with that. And we'll take 3 very valuable points for ourselves in the Premier League. So let's see if we can see the game out. So far, it's working to plan. We've had another 10 minutes on the clock already. 83rd minute is ticking by really quickly. Hardly a highlight, really, in this game, other than the couple of goals that we scored in the first half. It's been very, very quiet. That's kind of suited us in a way. One last highlight maybe coming up with a couple of minutes left of injury time to play. Leeds on the ball. Can we intercept it again and counter-attack, or are they finally going to get an opportunity to put the ball at our goal? Really good interception by Kamara, and we win the ball upfield as well. Malesio takes over, drifts over to the right-hand side. We have to hold up play a little bit. There was a through ball, I thought, to the striker Arkine a little bit earlier, but we maintained possession. And then we give it away, unfortunately, on that right-hand side. And again, Leeds United counter-attack on us. They've had to put it back into midfield to go forward again. And again, we intercept it. And there's a really lovely ball. Arkine through on goal. And he shows that he is an up-and-coming youngster, 20 years old. His attributes are improving all the time. And the more game time we get him, the more goals he'll get and the more confidence he'll get. And that was a really lovely ball through and a very good early finish round the goalkeeper on our right-hand side, the goalkeeper's left, into that bottom corner for a 3-0 lead. And there's the final whistle. What a really, really excellent win that was. Really very well played right the way across the team, really. You can see that we got lots of 7-point-something average ratings. Scarlett with an 8.3. Fernandez on the left-hand side creating that last goal with an 8.2. Really very, very good. Happy with the performance. Leeds United, 8 shots on goal, and got none on target, should I say. We had 12 shots on goal, 7 on target. That is where we dominated the game. A little bit more possession. XG rating was superb. And we come away with 3 very, very valuable points. So after a really, really good 3-0 win, Watford have found ourselves in 6th position in the Premier League at the moment. 6 games played, 11 points on the board. We've got half a dozen teams around us that are all very, very close. 1 point either side of us or on the same points as us. There's a lot still to do this season. And whether we can stay in this kind of position or not, I kind of doubt, but you never know. We are playing pretty well most of the time, which is really good to see. Having said that, one of the reasons why it was important to get the 3 points today as much as we could is because of our fixture list coming up. We've got Leicester, Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham all coming up in the next half dozen matches. Tough fixture list, that one. But that's the Premier League for you, and everywhere you look, it's going to be the same. We also have Derby in there, hopefully an opportunity for some more points, and a next round of our Carabao Cup adventure against Hull City as well, which I'm hoping that will be winnable and will give us an opportunity to rotate a couple of players in and get some game time for some of them. We're going to come back next episode, you and I, for the Aston Villa match at the back end of November. What I'm trying to do this season as much as is possible is identify a couple of those teams where it's going to be a tricky game, but there's a chance for us to get points in, really. I'm not so interested this season about playing the likes of Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, all of that kind of big set, just because I feel like we're not quite in that category yet. So we're going to pick our games a little bit carefully. So far on the episodes, we've seen the likes of Burnley, now Leeds, next Aston Villa. It will be Man City after that because that's the last game in the calendar year, and I always play that one just before we go into the January transfer window. We'll come back after the January transfer window and play West Brom, and then probably somewhere around Brighton, maybe Tottenham, something like that, before playing Newcastle at the end of the season. Something like that. That's the episode lists coming up. But next up, Aston Villa. Between then and now, Leicester, Man City, Derby, Hull, Liverpool, Tottenham. Tricky fixtures, but let's see how many points we can get on the board, and can we stay in and around this top 6 kind of area. It would be magnificent if we can. Anywhere in the top 10 I will happily take this season, and we'll see how we go. But that's going to do it for me today. Thank you for joining me. Again, apologies for the absence over the last couple of weeks, but I hope you're all doing fantastically well out there. Let me know how you are. Let me know how your FM saves are going. And we should be back to regular scheduling from this point onwards for the next few weeks. So that's all good. Until next time, thank you for joining me today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and join my United City community. The more the merrier. Click that like button on this particular episode. That'll help me get seen by more people. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.